tutorial, and today we are landed in the key of F, and we are right here. I'm doing this on the key of F because someone had requested this to be done on the key of F. In today's tutorial, I want us to go basic, and I want us to do things that I've never taught in this channel before. And without wasting so much time, I want today to go into the child steps on how these things are done. And in today's tutorial, I want us to look into two concepts that has been requested before, and I just wanted to do it. I want us to look at the diminished chords as passing chords. Did I say that right? Diminished chords as passing chords. And also, I want us now to take a depth step into how to voice chords so that they sound good in a worship setup. Now, we're in church and we want to set up a worship mood. We want to play along a singer, or we just want to play a song so that someone feels they want to pray or they want to worship. I want us to get a deeper understanding of the key of F. And number one, for us to get this sinking, we need to identify the note itself. Before we get the key, we need to get the note itself. So how do we get the key of F? Number one, you need to identify these black notes on the piano. Identify it anywhere. So the note that comes before these three black clusters of black clustered notes together, or clusters of three black notes. So that note that comes before it, please, that note that comes before it. Now, I need you to identify that note right here, right? You got it right. You got it right. You got it right. That is the F for you. So the second thing I want us to go ahead and identify is the scale. And this is how you find it. So play one, skip, play, skip, play. You got up to the third, play. So you have play, skip, play, skip, play, play. Then skip, play, skip, play, skip, play. And you got yourself the scale of the F major. So in together we have F, G, A, B flat. We have our C there, our D, our E, then we have back to the octave. Alright. Now, this third thing I want us to do, and to go ahead and now to identify the numbers and replace the names. You heard me talking, or you heard me call those notes. So when we have our F, G, A, B flat, C, E, C, D, E, then F, we want to go ahead and replace those names with numbers. So we're going to have our F is 1, our G is 2, our A is 3, our B flat is going to be a 4, our C is going to be a 5, our D is going to be a 6, our E is going to be a 7, then finally go back to the octave, which is an F. Are we together so far? Now, what is the next thing we're going to do? We are going now to identify the chords of those notes. So, in a scale, there is an arrangement whereby certain numbers of a scale are major chords, and the other one are just minor, and the other one is a diminished 7. So, you pick the 1 or the first, and the 4 and the 5. These 1, 4, and 5 are usually major. 2, 3, and 6 are usually minor. And 7 is usually a diminished 7 or a diminished chord. So this is how we find them. So in an F major triad, looks like that. So you just have your F, which takes up the space of a 1, a 3, and a 5. That is the F for you. Now go to the fourth chord, which is actually a major, which actually takes the B flat, the D, and an F, like a repetition, then to a C, which simply takes up the spaces of C, E, and G. Those are the three major chords in an F major scale. F, B flat, then a C. Now, let's go ahead and identify the minor chords on the minor numbers. So we have our 2, which is a G. So go ahead and play a G minor. This is a G major, flat in the third. Find that out I'll explain this one later. Go ahead now and find the third, which is an A. Go ahead and play the E minor. This is A major, but this is A minor. All right. Then finally, almost finally, we come to the 6. D. 6 is a minor, so we play a D minor. And finally, we come to the 7. And remember, I said the 7 is a diminished. Okay, now you might be wondering, how do I find or how do I make a diminished chord in a scale or in any key? Just pick any key, like for example, pick a C or pick an F sharp, like that. I want you to go ahead and play that F sharp major. There is the F sharp major, right there. I want you to go ahead and play the F sharp minor. So for you to get a minor scale, just play any root position of any chord and go ahead and find that note in the middle. Theoretically speaking, this is the third chord of this scale. Flatten that. This is F minor. Why? You might be wondering, why am I taking you through all this and I just need to find the goddamn the goddamn diminished chord? It's because the next step involves how you make it. So for you to get the diminished, the F sharp diminished, you have to play the major, flatten the third, you play this one, an A, instead of B flat, you play an A. Then now, this is an F major, this is an F minor, sorry. This is an F major, the F sharp minor, this is the F sharp minor. Now go ahead for it now to find the diminished. Find the last note of that chord, or to try it, and flatten that. So instead of playing a C sharp or D flat, play a C. This is an F sharp diminished. Apply that on F, come on. And remember we said while we on F, the 7 is diminished 7. So this is the 7, this is the F, this is the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's play an E major. That's the E major. Go ahead and play the E minor. This is the third or the middle note. Just make it minor. There, or flatten it. You have that. Now go ahead and find the last note and make it minor, or flatten it. So instead of playing B, we play the flat of it. That is an E diminished chord. You might be wondering, what about the diminished 7? Play that diminished of yours. Now from that note that from the last note of this diminished, try right there, the E, I want you to go ahead and play 3 more notes ahead, or count or add. Just count 3 more notes and add the third one. So this is that note. We're going to have to count from here. 1, 2, 3. So together we have right there, and you have yourself an E diminished 7. Did you know that? Welcome to the class. Now, enough of the gimmicks on the theory. Now, let's get into the juicy part and the interesting part. Now, what is the bigger question for us to ask ourselves now when we want to set up that worship mood? Number one is harmonizing your notes using triads or major triad or major chord in your left hand. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick a melody of a song on the right hand, and we're going to try and to learn how we choose chords or triads in our left hands to harmonize the note. I'm going to use the Nare Kelemo song to teach this. Now, you all know the melody. That melody is very familiar, all right? So what is the thing that helps us know the triad and the chords we're going to use to harmonize this? Number one, this thing I actually learned from a friend of mine. So I'm just reteaching it. Actually, he taught it better than me, and I'm just reteaching it back to you. All right? I would think I'll share the link to his YouTube channel. All right, now, first of all, I'm going to identify let's deal with these three notes first. So what is that thing that helps me? And this is what I found out. I'm going to find the first note. So let's deal with these first four notes. One, those three. So now, just find a chord that has this note on top of it. What do I mean by top of it? Like if I play that chord, the note that is ahead here should be a C. A C should not be in it, but on top of it. So I'm going to find that one. That is right there. What is that chord that has C on top? Definitely is an F. Why? An F is right here and the C is on top. So now go ahead and apply this one on every other note in that melody. So I'm going na ku. So what is that other chord that has A on top? Definitely is an F first inversion. The first inversion of an F. Actually, this is a second inversion, not even a first, because the root looks like that. The first inversion, the second inversion, sorry. So I'm going to get the second inversion. That was a bit loud. Then the next note, go ahead and find a note that has G on top. Now here we have two options. We can play a G minor, or we can play a C root. Now which mood do we want to set? Now you tell me in the comment section which one sounds beautiful for you. The minor or a major? G minor or a C major? So let's play in contest for you to tell me which one do you like. So we go back. Or this. I'll give you a trick on how to play such chord, or to combine both this one and this one to sound good, like this. Later, okay? So in total we have this. Now we are headed here. Which note has this? Which chord on the left hand, if I play it, has this one in the key of F? Is actually a B flat in itself. So I'm going to play which one? This one? No, because this one is not on top. This one is the bottom. I'm going to play the first inversion. Then I want a 6. So which one will I play? Which triad does it have a D in the upper one? Actually, that's going to be a B flat second inversion. Like that. That's the second inversion. So in togetherness, I'm going to have this one. You might be wondering, why am I showing this stuff and yet it just sounds like that? You're yet to get something better. Alright, so then we get, so we go again. So why did I choose a G minor here instead of something else? I chose this one. I had the choice of playing. I had the choice of playing. What did I have? Why am I not choosing a 5? Why did I choose a 5 but I chose a G minor? You remember when I told you about the 5 and the 3? Let me recap something very quick here. You see 1 in the chord numbers, 4, which are major and minor. You can replace 1 with a 6. So an F can be replaced by a T minor. A C, which is a 5, a C, which is actually the 5th, can be replaced by a 3rd. That is an A minor. And a G Where is the 4? The 4 here, which is a B flat, can be replaced by a G minor. Why does this one apply? It's because 6, 3, and 2 are relative minors of those chords they are replacing. Like for example, as an F can be replaced by a D minor because D minor is a relative minor to an F. What is the meaning of a relative minor? A relative minor is just that chord that has the same notes like a major. Like for example, if I play an F major scale, I want you to identify the notes in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. Now I want you to go ahead and play the D minor scale. The same notes, and that is why a D minor replaces an F. The same thing applies now to a C, which can be replaced by an A minor, C major scale, D minor scale, so we can say musically and theoretically that a relative minor scale is just a major scale beginning from a 60 degree. Very beautiful. Nice. And that is why you heard me when I this is well, I replaced this one here because I have already played here. So I'm replacing this one with this one. So this is a G minor replacing this guy, B flat. So together, what we learned so far. Follow up. This is a 7, voicing it with a C major. Why? Because a C major second inversion has that E on top. Then, or you can do a 4 here. Up to there, now you know how we choose our chords to melodize or to harmonize the melodies we're playing. Now let's try and flip that and see what we can get from that. What do I mean by that? I mean, let's try put chords on this right hand and push let's try and put some chords on our right hand and put some melodies on our left hand. So what do I mean by that? I mean, we're going to try and play melodies on the right hand using now chords. Remember? So we're going to try and play chords with them. So I just play the same choices, the same concept that I was picking the note on top. So I'm just picking the chord that has that note on top. Or I hope you're understanding what I'm doing. All right, I'm picking the note on top, the note that is on top of that chord, based on the melody. The melody says na kushukuru, so I have to pick a chord that has that note on top. Or so. 10. So what I want you to identify, now you know about numbers. I want you to identify 3. I want you to identify 6. I want you to identify 2. Then 5, 1. So we're going to play 2, 6. What did I say? I want us to play 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So this is what I want us to play. Like a. No, I didn't say that. So I want us to. So this is. I'm playing this slowly so that you can be able to see what I'm doing. Now I want to play another variation and tell me which one is sweeter for you. When I finish in the so let's this is 3, 6, 5, 4, 3. So this is now then listen to this one and tell me which one is sweet for you. What is happening is here. The first thing I did, then the second one was that. Remember, I told you that I'm going to explain this chord, a G minor together with the 5, how to combine them. This is what is happening here. I said, like you can use the 3rd to replace the 5. You can use a 6 to replace a 1. You can use a 2 to replace a 4. Alright? That is what is happening here, but I'm trying to combine them. So remember the 5, remember the 3, and remember the 2. So we want to go ahead and mix these 3 chords together and see what is that concoction we're going to make. So let's try. So on the right hand, let's try and put a 5 here. Remember, a 2 looks like this, a G minor looks like this, and a C major looks like this. So I want you to go ahead and pick this note and play this one. Pick this, put it here. So we're going to add another note here. We're going to make a concoction here. What is that note that makes 3 here? So we're going to, on the left hand, we're going to play this G, put it here down. So I'm going to release this one. And I'm going to put it in here. I took care of the G right here. There's a note that I'm leaving out. Yes, this one. So just listen to that. Alright, I'll tell you the function of that chord later. So this is. Now this chord is a combination or a combination based on where you went to school. It's a combination of a 5 and a 2. It's like playing like this. Actually the same thing. I'm playing a 5 here and I'm playing a 2 here. My friend, we are now getting into deeper stuff. There. And And that's why you heard me play. Or I just spelled out the note. Spare me that. All right, now you are conversant with this one. Let's try and add some passing chords into that mixture and see what we get in. Now we are getting into the diminished passing chord, as I told you in the beginning. Now, the first thing you need to ask yourself, what diminished triads am I going to use? Is it the diminished basics or the diminished 7? Like, for example, you need to identify the following chords. If you're on the F, the very first diminished 7 chord you need to identify is the F diminished itself. This is the F major, this is the F minor, and this is the F diminished, and this is the F diminished 7. Memorize this chord, memorize that chord. So I have F as a triad, and I have F as a diminished 7. I want you to internalize that sound. Where is that sound leading you? To me, that sound wants to resolve to a 5. Did you hear that? Why is it resolving to a 5? It is because of this note. This is a 7 note according to the C major scale, but it is a B which is not actually in the scale of F, so it has to resolve quickly because it is not in that scale. Somebody's gonna find it out. So this is, it has to resolve quickly because it does not belong to that scale. So the first diminished chord I've just taught you is the F diminished itself, diminished 7 actually, to be precise. So when I say just play this, leave the altered one. So this is I just replace this one with this one. Did you see that? So I use the F itself and I use its diminished 7 as a diminished to a 5. You might ask yourself, what about to the 4? My destination is a 4. So if I want a 4, first of all, the first experiment I will do on myself, or in this session, I will try and play the diminished 7 of that 4 and gauge the destination. The natural B flat diminished 7 looks like this. Like that. If I play this one versus F, this is an F first division or first inversion. So this tells me a 4th as a diminished 7 wants to land to a 1. Again, the same explanation. Why does it want all these 3 notes, this one, and this one belongs to the F major scale minus this one. This is a sharp 5, so it must resolve quickly to a 1 because it does not belong there. So I have this one, then I have this one, then I can play this one. You Get that? If you don't get it, forget it. So you can't reuse a 4 as a diminished 7 to go to a 4 or to go to itself. It has to go to a 1. So now the question remains, which one do we use to go to a 4? The answer lies between the third and the second. So let's try and play a 2 as a diminished 7. This one. So let's play that in contrast with F. Still not landing us to a 4. Why? Because it's actually the same chord. Now let's go ahead and play the third as a diminished 7. This is the third. So an A diminished 7 looks like this. So let's play this one in contrast to a 1. Invert it down. So if you play this one, it is not going to a 1. So where else can it go? A 4. Woof. Well, I did this, my friends and my brothers. I took that A diminished 7 and I flattened I transposed it down. I took I played the other octave of it here. I inverted it down. That's the word I'm looking for. And this is the one I'm using to go to a 4. Why is it applying? Because of this note. It is not in the B flat, it's not in the F major scale, so it has to land to the nearest note. It can't land here because this is a 7. It can only land here. Alright? Sometimes I hear some musicians use it, but they have to alter it a bit. So together I can go there. So what did I do? I did this. So this is I'll teach you this one later. Now you have grasped it, like if you go to an F, alright? So remember the third degree, this one? You can use this one to go to a 4. So the best way I'm going to it is play that third diminished 7 and take this last note, alright? And invert it down here and land to your 4 safe and sound. What about a 5? Here's a 5. Alright? This is a 5. So which one can we use? If we use the third to go to a 4, can we use a flat 5? Let me see. Actually, we can use a flat 5. So just go here, 1. This is the 5, flatten down this one. So I'm going to use this one as my diminished. So go ahead and play this one and transpose it down. Not transpose it, and just invert it down. Excuse me. Just invert this guy down here, and you got your diminished 7 passing for 2 towards the 5. So just play that one. This one works well when you want to play like this and add that one. Like that. So you have this together. Then I want a 5. All right. Then I want this one. So I'm just repeating the same thing. Now, do not forget about the F major 7 also lands to a 5. Why? Because this diminished 7 here is the same in this one. Alright guys, so in contest it might sound like this, like this is now everything we've learned. Try to use the diminished passing it. I hope this helped you guys. I'm going to come up with another lesson based on the same, but on another key, so that we all come to an understanding, and understanding it is. So from my side, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for sharing, and thank you for pushing the 8 times up thing. God bless you, man.